Alright guys, we're making the third video today on Aevo. Now I've gotten a lot of requests lately about price predictions for Aevo. I have not done a video on Aevo in about 2 months, so it's time actually to look at this. You can see the last video was here on this red candle. If I zoom in, you can see it a little bit better. So basically, we have still fallen under this trend line, and we've gotten a rejection again today. Now, you can see here it did get a little bit above it with a small wick, but it's still getting a rejection. So we need to get above about 11 cents right here on this weekly time frame first. It has actually powered through already a couple of resistances here. Weekly resistance right here at about 10 cents, and then at about 10.5 cents, you have a daily resistance. So we do need to look at some indicators here and see how much more power this has. Now looking at the volume profile here, you can see we are right there, guys. We're just slightly above the point of control. Now that point of control actually is at about 10.47 cents. And we do need to get above about, let's say, 14.5 cents to get through this biggest volume candlestick. After that, you pretty much have smooth sailing until about 30 cents, and then you kind of hit this speed bump, we can call it. And yeah, I don't have the whole history here because actually Aevo was a launch pool coin, so we can look at this in its entirety. But guys, I sold this actually at $2.77, which was right here, guys. So I bought this on the way down. And yeah, I actually have several hundred now, and I made quite a profit when I sold this the day it came out in the launch pool, and it was able to be sold in Binance. Now looking at the Bollinger Bands here on a weekly time frame, it is quite narrow here, but again, these lines are not pinching in together, these blue lines. Now, it's been quite fat. As you can see here, there's a big thickness here. But yeah, since about June, it has actually narrowed quite a bit, but is still not pinching on a weekly time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, let's take a look here, see if we have any pinching. Not really. It's about like an intestine, as I usually say. And yeah, so the price action is not due to any Bollinger Band pinching, it looks like. Now looking at the stochastic and the RSI here, the RSI is about as high as it's ever been. It's slanted to the upside, so that's pretty good. But the stochastic is just a little bit overheated here, unfortunately. But it can go up a little bit more, of course. Now the daily time frame, not overheated yet on the stochastic, but it is coming up pretty heavily. RSI as well, and so the daily time frame looks fine really for now. 4-hour time frame. Coming up pretty heavily on both, but the RSI is just a little bit overheated right now, but still it can go up. It's only at 72, so let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Coming down on both the RSI and stochastic, unfortunately. Blue line has just crossed this red line to the downside as well, so that's not that good. 15-minute time frame. RSI is kind of flat, trying to avoid becoming overheated, it looks like. But the stochastic looks like it's just about to start curving back around. So, not the best either. But let's get rid of these and let's look at this on a 4-hour time frame and see what's going on. Honestly, without any big news about Aevo or without Ethereum really pumping very hard and Bitcoin together, we need some major crypto news or something. I just don't think it's going to get above this trend line that it's been stuck under since about February. So let me put this on a daily time frame and just show you this one more time. But basically, most cryptos, they started some trend line about February 3rd, and they've hit it several times. And again, Aevo has hit it today. But let's see, guys. Anything can happen, of course. I can always be wrong. A couple of cryptos have proved me wrong lately. For example, Near, and that's just one example. But anyways, I just don't see it crossing several more resistances, without some news or something like this, guys. As always, we do need to look at the MACD, and on the weekly time frame, it's actually never seen a red period in the history here on the candles. So that's quite nice to see. We do have a dark green candle here forming as well. So Blue line is still headed to the upside. It hasn't crossed the red line at all. And let's look at this on a daily time frame. Now, if we zoom in real hard here, we are in a green period at least since the 8th of September. Blue line is headed up, and it's, you know, it's just slanted up. It's not really heavily pointed up, but yeah, we do have this green period. A dark green candle actually forming today. So yeah, I do think momentum is up for Aevo. Just probably needs to reset a few indicators here before that next run and next attempt to get across this trend line. Before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. You can also find Moodix here. There's a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, looking at tokenomics of Aevo here, we have the number 544 coin, up about 14% at the moment, basically on no news. If there was news, it would be here on CoinGecko. Now, there is a max supply of 1 billion tokens. That's pretty low, guys. And most of this is already circulating. So again, that is excellent news as well. Now, the all-time high was $3.76, so it's 97% down at the moment. All-time low was about 3 months ago. So if you picked it up there, excellent buy. You're up 62% already. And, you know, like I said, I've accumulated some of this along the way. My position is about 8 cents. Probably this is correct. So I only hold about 400 Aevo, and I will keep adding to this, you know, if it becomes my lowest bag. So at the moment, it's probably in the bottom 10 bags that I hold. But again, any free money that I get now from Binance or these airdrops and things, I'm immediately turning that, you know, and putting it into my lowest bag. So being in the top 10, it has a chance of, you know, accumulating a little bit more probably. I would like to get, you know, a round number at 500, of course. But anyways, I am in the profit here, so that's a good thing. Now, Bitcoin has crossed the 116 mark now today, sitting just $100 over that, and we have taken back the 115,726 on the daily time frame so far today. Of course, the daily candle has not closed yet. Now, next resistance is up at about 116,333. And if we take a look at Ethereum, it also is getting a little bit of a bounce today, trying to take back 4480 here on a daily time frame. So let's see now if it can break out of this flag, guys. The target is up here at about $5,400. So of course, there are several resistances to break through before we get to that point. But yeah, I mean, there aren't really any major resistances, just this Fibonacci here. And to try to break the top side of this flag and the all-time high, those are probably the biggest resistances, as these daily resistances are not that strong, I would say. Total market cap is actually just slightly a hair under $4 trillion. Sitting at 399. We need to get above about 4.01 trillion on a daily time frame, work our way up and fight 4.12 trillion and get over that mark. Once we get over that, guys, it's pretty much, you know, we're just making new highs here. So the total market cap excluding Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce as well. But we've been fighting 1.71 trillion here, as you see. And I would say it's just basically a little bit of a consolidation. We still haven't actually reached the bull flag breakout target. We fell just slightly shy, but again, it's just a technical target. Doesn't even have to hit. But yeah, 1.71 trillion. We need to clear that on a monthly time frame at least. We still have 10 more days to do that, and we're just slightly below it at the moment. Now, my favorite crypto chart here is the Bitcoin dominance, and basically it is getting a big rejection off 58.12%. If we put this on a daily time frame, this is what it looks like today. So it didn't really hit. It got very close, but let's just say it hit it, and it's getting a rejection today. So I do believe, guys, we eventually will work our way down all the way to about at least 48% here, and maybe even as low as about 39 something percent. And this is where, you know, the dominance usually falls, and there's a lot of supports before then. Of course, I do need to mark off probably a few more before we get to this point, but this is the point where you'll probably start to sell your altcoins. USDT dominance goes pretty much hand in hand with the Bitcoin dominance, and just sitting below 4.31% at the moment. So that's actually a good thing to see. Now, if we put this on a daily time frame, people have just started to put their money back into crypto, it looks like. And we need to seal the weekly candle just under this to show that this was just a big rejection. And that would really be a good technical indicator to show that this is probably going to make its way down to about 3.8% soon. Now, this morning, the altcoin season index was at an 84. It did cool down to an 82. But the altcoins have really started to pop here this afternoon. So this probably can go back up a little bit more, I would say. Now, CoinGlass liquidation heat map here. Only 151 million have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. So that's actually not bad. Much better than this morning. And I'm not sure why when altcoins are kind of popping off right now left and right. So for example, BNB is making new all-time highs at the moment. And you have Aevo just popping off here. So yeah, no idea why this isn't actually more. Fear and Greed, 48 right now. Next update in about 8 hours here. Bull market peak indicators, again, 1 from 30 have been hit. It's only the altcoin season index. And is that really a good indicator? In my opinion, it's not the best. I would say the Pi cycle top indicator is, and this is what it looks like right now. So it's not even close to crossing, and the progress is just below 60%. Now, most of these indicators haven't even reached 90%. We do have a couple that are 87 here. We have an 84, another 87. So here's an 85. But if you look at most of these indicators, most of them are below about 60%. Now, the economic calendar next week, we have a lot of speakers speaking, but Tuesday we have PMI here, Wednesday nothing, Thursday we have jobless claims, we have durable goods orders, we have PCE prices here, we got GDP, and then on Friday we have core PCE price index, PCE price index here, we got personal spending, Michigan numbers, and yeah guys, Thursday and Friday will be very important economically. Now, this Moodix chart is a beautiful thing to see, guys. The sentiment is still risk on. The trend is growing. Everything across the board is green. So on Friday, this ended and was a nice green day. The week was actually very good last week. The month is just perfect. And the year is growing even more perfect. So yeah, sentiment is still risk on, which means crypto assets, are risk on assets. So this is good for us, guys. Now, if we go to the FedWatch tools here, 92% chance we're going to get at least a quarter point cut. Now, if you go to Polymarket, it's, a little bit wider chance, here. Now you have like a 50 basis point decrease is like 4%. 25% BPS, 86%, no change, 11%, but there's 1% actually betting we're going to get a 25 BPS increase, which is insane, I think. Trueflation has come down just slightly here to 2.21%. If we look at crypto bubbles, it's actually now looking very good. Guys, beware of Aster. I know CZ is behind this, project, and yeah, CZ is excellent for crypto. I love him. But when you have new projects, guys, I'm always screaming this. You need at least about 6 to 8 months with most projects. Now, some projects like Pump from Pump.fun, I think it needed 2 or 3 months. So there are ones like Aster. Okay, maybe this takes 2 or 3 months to really bottom. But guys, don't FOMO no matter what, guys. I do believe you will get this lower. Just be careful. Really be careful. Think about it. Now, if you want to stake your crypto, guys, go to Coinondo here. And yeah, you can look at coins and you can go to staking here. I am sure they have Aevo somewhere on this list, guys, but this is the way you have to search for it right now because their search engine here is just not really working. So if I type in Aevo, wasn't working before. Yeah, it's still not showing me any results, unfortunately. So you kind of have to do your own homework there. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everything you guys have been doing. I appreciate those who are using my links and things for the exchanges. I only get pennies from this, guys. Unless you're a mega millionaire trader or billionaire, then I'm not going to get, anything but pennies. But I really appreciate you guys so much. So like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys, please. And yeah, I'll keep making these videos for you. And then, guys, I'm going to see you in the next one.